What's up, football fans from the GoMileHigh.com studios? It's time for another edition of Football Guys TV. I'm your host, Cecil Lammey. Let's take a look at Week 3 from around the NFL. It's time for our Stardom segment. We're going to start with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yeah, that Ryan Fitzpatrick, the guy that hasn't looked so very good in the first couple of weeks of the season. Well, what cures that? Going up against a Browns secondary that will still be missing Joe Hayden. The Browns defense is terrible. Make sure your Bills, including Fitzpatrick, are in your lineup. We'll move on to the running back position. Jamal Charles in Week 2 was standing on the sidelines more than he was running into the game. So Week 3, you have to wonder, well, what's his role going to be? Well, it's against a New Orleans Saints defense that's given up points and yards in bunches. So make sure Jamal Charles is back in your lineup. And finally, Brandon LaFell on Thursday Night Football against the Giants secondary with Justin Tryon and Michael Coe. That's 2 weeks in a row I've made fun of that secondary. So make sure that LaFell is in your lineup. Now it's time for our sit-em segment. We're going to start with Michael Vick against the Arizona Cardinals' very strong defense. Yeah, that Arizona, led by cornerback Patrick Peterson. Michael Vick has been turning over the football left and right. He's going to continue that against a fired-up Cardinals team. We'll move on and talk about Adrian Peterson. Love Adrian Peterson, love the quick recovery. Don't love the matchup against San Francisco. In 2 career games against the 49ers, he's averaged less than 50 yards rushing per game and has never scored a touchdown. Look for better options for your fantasy squad. And finally, you got to bench Vincent Jackson. Yes, he's been a revelation for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Josh Freeman loves throwing him the football. But it's going to be difficult against a new, improved Cowboys secondary featuring Brandon Carr and Morris Claiborne. From the GoMileHigh.com studios, that's a wrap for this week's edition of Football Guys TV. Hey, I want to remind you to check out Footballguys.com. Over 50,000 pages of content during the regular season to help you dominate your fantasy competition. Check us out at Footballguys.com. For my man Rob Wagner, man in the box, get back in that box. Or really, get back. I'm Cecil Lammey saying thanks for watching. Stay tuned and stay frosty.